Recently, Kyle Kuzma has been getting flamed from, well, pretty much everyone.
I would trade Kyle Kuzma for a 12-pack of Clorox wipes and a Tide stain removal pen.
His playoffs performance definitely didn't amaze anyone, but does he really deserve the disrespect he is getting? It seemed not so long ago that many were seeing him as the next star to lead the Lakers to a chip. Has he really fallen off that much, or is he still a valuable player to the Lakers? In this video, I'm going to look at the numbers and everything else to answer this question, and see if Kuzma still has a solid future in the league. Kuzma was drafted at the 27th pick in the 2017 draft to the Brooklyn Nets and traded to the Los Angeles Lakers on draft night. With Lonzo Ball taking number 2 to the Lakers, the spotlight was all on Lonzo and not on Kuzma, but the Summer League definitely changed that. Kuzma showed he was a much more versatile player than what was seen in college. He was able to knock down threes at a steady rate and demonstrated his offense on the perimeter, which was virtually non-existent in his college ball. Alongside Lonzo, Lakers fans felt they had found their future stars. Lakers won the Summer League championship, and Kuzma took home the championship game MVP as well as making all tournaments second team. He averaged 18.3 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 3 assists on 45, 38, 88 shooting splits. Pretty good, right? Lakers fans thought so too. Kuzma showed himself to be a natural scorer, a Carmelo Anthony type player, as well as a solid passer who could find open teammates and a good finisher at the ring due to his height. With some development and paired with Lonzo Ball, the future looked very bright. Moving on to his first season in the NBA, Kuzma kept up his solid performances, starting in about half of the regular season games and averaging 16.1 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 1.8 assists on 45, 37, 71 shooting splits. He was attempting nearly 6 threes a game and hitting them fairly consistently, showing everyone that the Summer League hype wasn't for nothing. He also made the all-rookie first team and continued to show promise for the future. In his next season, he started in all but 2 games and his stats improved with 18.7 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists on 46, 30, 75 shooting splits. What's noticeable here is the drop in his 3-point percentage as it goes down 6%, but otherwise steady improvements as he continued to develop. Nothing out of the ordinary and still showing lots of potential. That brings us to the 2020 season. Yep. With the addition of AD now with LeBron, Kuzma was put back on the bench and his stats dropped significantly. He played 8 less minutes on average than his previous season and his development seemed to halt. As KCP's and Rondo's seasons improved over time, Kuzma's got worse. It was clear to anyone watching that the spark we previously saw in him just wasn't there anymore. He wasn't as confident as he once was, and the scoring mindset had left him. Kuzma ended the regular season with the second lowest box score out of anyone on the Lakers that consistently got playing time, and really didn't bring much value at all to the team. Now, the playoffs, when most of this Kuzma talk was started. These are Kuzma's playoff stats: 10 points, 3.1 rebounds, 0.8 assists on 43, 31, 78 shooting splits. And now finals. Yeah, not great numbers at all considering only 2 years ago he was putting up these stats. Kuzma got outperformed by KCP, Danny Green, Rondo, and Alex Caruso. Not what you want from someone looking to be the third option. As well as his fall on offense, Kuzma's defense was also questionable. In the finals, Jimmy Butler loved to take advantage of him on any switch, and Kuzma was caught lacking behind on many plays. Although his defense has improved since he joined the league, he was still very jumpy and wasn't a solid defender for the Lakers throughout the series. So, now we've looked at the numbers, is Kyle Kuzma actually bad like most people are saying? The short answer, yes. Well, yes but no. I personally don't see any value in the Lakers keeping him. He doesn't provide that spark for the bench like Lou Will does for the Clippers, and I definitely don't see him making the starting lineup anytime soon. Kuzma just doesn't mesh nicely with the duo of AD and LeBron on a championship team, and his performance this year really showed that. In the playoffs, Kuzma showed signs that he just isn't what everyone thought he would be. He averaged under 10 points in the finals, shooting 35%. This is pretty terrible and definitely not what fans expected from him. So yes, he could be seen as bad. But there is another side. Although his play definitely took a big hit this year, I still see a solid future for Kuzma. There's a good chance of him getting traded from the Lakers this season, and although it means he might not be contending for a championship anymore, I think a trade is a perfect opportunity for Kuzma to develop into a more consistent player. Think back to his first and second seasons in the NBA. He was able to put up pretty good numbers game after game, and I can see this happening again for him. If he regains that confidence and aggressively looks to score again, Kuzma could become quite a valuable player to have. Remember, this man dropped 41 points in an NBA game. The skills just haven't left him forever. I believe if Kuzma is traded from the Lakers and put in a good situation, he'll become a consistent starter averaging around 21 points, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. He was putting up similar stats to this in his rookie year, so I definitely see this becoming a possibility. Kuzma's only 25, so he has a lot of time left in him to build on his game and become a more versatile player on the court. If you disagree with this assessment, leave a comment on what you think Kuzma's stats will be looking like in 2 to 5 years. I don't see Kuzma becoming the first option on a contending team, however second or third option for sure is a possibility. A comparison to an NBA player's production now would be someone like Bojan Bogdanovic, a consistent scorer and starter, or Danilo Gallinari, who brings similar production to OKC. If Kuzma regains what he once had, he definitely has a place in the league. Kuzma has been getting a lot of disrespect lately, and for a reason, but we need to remember that Kuzma was the 27th pick. He was never supposed to be a star, so we need to stop treating him like a bust. Even if Kuzma continues to play off the bench and average 12 points a night, he still shouldn't be considered a bust. What he showed us in his first 2 seasons brought everyone's hopes up, and if he can't fulfill that hope, then although it will be disappointing, it will be what was expected of him when he was drafted. And yes, Kuzma has earned a ring. Basketball teams need everyone, starters and bench players. Bench players are going to win rings regardless of how well they play, and that is exactly what happened. I mean, JR got a ring for being a hype man. That's just how the NBA works. But now it's up to Kuzma to prove everyone wrong and show that he truly can become the player we all saw in him, because I know he has it in him.